I'm sorry, I feel like this question was not really answered. You talked about how it is important for you to bring that constituency on board of the faculty.
Yes.
But this decision-making infrastructure that's diffused, like you talked about, already exists. So I guess we'd like to know how you plan to tap into that and what specific actions you might take if you have a plan already in place.
Oh yeah, I think that any strategic directions for the college need to be collaboratively developed across all the constituencies within the college. I think that one of the mistakes that some college presidents, not in this institution, but some college presidents in the past have made is coming into an institution with a preconceived idea of specific ideas for action that do not fit the culture, do not fit the traditions, do not fit the history, and therefore are not accepted by the faculty or the administration or by the students at the college. And that is a prescription for disaster. When I was talking about the shared governance structure, you're right, that is already in place. And I brought that up in the following sense, that part of the process of functioning in a culture of shared governance is inevitably going to involve the kinds of interactions with others throughout the college community that will result in the building of relationships.
Bill, I'm wondering if you think that, based on your experience, particularly working closely with Maggie Brooks, that if you were to get this job, that it might be a boost, in a sense, for Renaissance Square. I know that the money is already there for MCC and the commitment's already been there, but it's a project in flux right now. Do you see maybe your position here in some ways being a spin-off effect on Renaissance Square?
Only in the sense that to the extent that the president of the college is involved in decisions regarding Renaissance Square, those will be decisions which, from the point of view of the college, are grounded solely, and I emphasize solely, in the interests of the college. No one can state that Monroe Community College has not been a very fair player and cooperative player in the dialogue that has gone on over the years regarding Renaissance Square. But one of the things that has become very clear to me in talking to some of the groups I've met with here at the college is that people are beginning to feel, well, have we waited long enough? And is it time to think about whether we need to do something different if this plan is not going to go forward? Because the needs of the college are the needs of the college, and they have to be addressed. There are and were sound financial reasons for the college, quite apart from any other, sound financial reasons for the college to being a participant in Renaissance Square. But over time, the needs of the Damon City campus, the need for a new campus specifically, still has not been fulfilled, and Ren Square is still in the planning stage. So I think that, quite apart from that, given what seems to me to be the quite reasonable views that Senator Schumer expressed recently about saying, look folks, we have to make some decisions about this, and we have to make them in the short term. I would agree with that we have to make some decisions in the short term, but specifically, Monroe Community College needs to make some decisions in the short term as to what its continuing role will be, and whatever that outcome is, to make sure that that outcome is based in what are solely the best interests of the college and its students.
If you know, back on Renaissance Square, if you know, let's say hypothetically, you no longer have the benefit of the shared financing that you get to a certain degree with the transit component. Mm-hmm. For some of it, is it still as necessary that should you move forward with a campus that it be downtown, or is that no longer as necessary without that shared financing component?
From the perspective of the college, this college needs to have a downtown campus, and I would hope that no one, regardless of who is chosen to be president of the college, I would hope that no one has a vision any different than the commitment of the college to the Damon City campus. I mean, if this college is going to fulfill its mission of open access to the education that it can offer, one of the ways it does that is to be accessible, especially to the folks who live in the city who may not have the transportation options, if nothing else, that those who have cars in the suburbs may have. So whatever decisions may be made about Renaissance Square, I think the one thing that is deeply rooted in the mission and culture of this college, as one might imagine, is that this college should be and should continue its commitment to its presence downtown and have a downtown campus. Should I be confirmed for the chosen for the position of president, that mission will continue.
We have time for one more question.
Bill, do you think, is it fair to say then that based on your research in going for this job, that you think the college is at a juncture where it's going to decide whether or not it's going to go off on its own to build a new downtown campus, or stick with the Renaissance Square project? Is it at that juncture right now?
It always needs to be considering and evaluating that, but I think we are getting, I think the college is close to that juncture, and the reason it's close to that juncture is because what you've described, those are the alternatives. Either do it in conjunction with Renaissance Square, or, well, there's actually a third alternative, do it as part of a modified, whatever, I say a modified version of Renaissance Square, but it really depends on what the design of Renaissance Square is going to be when we see it. And the other option is to do it as an undertaking on its own. Again, this is especially because of what I think is the very helpful impetus that has been provided by Senator Schumer's very reasonable insistence that we have to make some decisions by a certain deadline. I think this has really caused all parties who were involved to focus on making decisions about Ren Square and how the project is going to proceed. And I can only reiterate that whoever is making those decisions on behalf of the college must, and whoever it is, will make those decisions on the basis of what is in the best interest of the college.